Hi, this is Marcus Hanscom. I'm the Online Education Chair for NAGAP, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about our upcoming EMChat co-sponsorship that we're doing for the next couple of weeks. We're really excited that as part of our new online education initiatives for NAGAP, we're delivering webinars and we're building up some of our website resources, and we're also participating in Twitter chats among a number of other electronic and online initiatives that we're providing for you. So we really are trying to boost what we're doing for our NAGAP membership, and this is just one way that we can do that for you. And we're partnering with EMChat. They're a very established group of folks led by Jenny L. Struther down in Texas, and also Alex Williams. And they've been around now for over a year and have been providing these weekly Twitter chats for enrollment management professionals. And they cover a wide variety of issues in student services and admissions, financial aid, international recruitment, a whole slew of different issues related to our industry. And we're excited to partner with them on the next two chats because they will be sponsoring them with graduate enrollment management topics. So we're excited to be partnering with them and are really appreciative of the opportunity to help spread the good word for NAGAP and as the leader in graduate enrollment management. The NAGAP board and the organization is really charging forward in moving away from merely a graduate admissions focus to that of a graduate enrollment management focus. Our industry is certainly demanding that, and we really want to respond to the needs of our members and grow our membership in some other areas related to enrollment management for the graduate population. So in that light, we're providing these two upcoming chats, or we're joining with EMChat to provide these for you. The first one that will be offered on the 11th, this Thursday, October 11th at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, will be defining graduate enrollment management. One of our big charges this year in NAGAP is to come up with a more formal definition of what that actually means for our members and for the industry. And then the following week we'll be providing another, we'll be participating in another EMChat for yield strategies for graduate applicants. And again, that's going to be Thursday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So right now I just want to show you a little bit, and hopefully at this point you've had an opportunity to review the Prezi that Lorena Shank, who's part of the Online Education Committee, she put that together for us just to discuss a little bit about what Twitter is all about. If you haven't used Twitter before, it talks a lot about the various buzzwords that are involved with hashtags and mentions and usernames and all those types of things, and talks about the actual platform for you. But in order to participate in the Twitter chat, I think you'll find a lot more, it'll be easier for you to participate if you weren't just simply using the Twitter interface. And there's an interface called Twitterfall that I like to use. So I'll show you a little bit about that. It's just twitterfall.com. And once you're there, the first thing you want to do is be able to link this interface up with your Twitter account. So on the lower left-hand side, you see a sign in with Twitter. And just simply put in your account information. This just allows your Twitter account to connect with the Twitterfall interface while you're in the chat. This doesn't have to be a permanent thing. It's just while you're using the chat function. And in order to use this, you have to be following a hashtag, and hopefully you've read a little bit about that through Lorena's Prezi. And the hashtag for EMChat is simply EMChat. So if you type that up here in the box, there's no live chat going on right now, but this interface will queue the latest 20 tweets for EMChat, and you see them populating there on the screen. And so a number of folks from around the country use that EMChat not only during the chat on Thursday nights, but they also will hashtag that throughout the week when there's particular information, or as you see there's a job posting there or anything related to the industry. Many folks will tweet that throughout the week because EMChat is so widely used for higher education professionals. So it's a really neat interface. You see this is loading in real time. If there was a chat actively happening right now, that queue would continually be loading tweets up at the top. Now if you want to pause that at any time, all you have to do is move your cursor over any one of these tweets, and you see in the upper portion of your screen it says paused there. So that'll hold the Twitter feed from loading anything further. So if you wanted to read a little bit more about what somebody said, or if you want to get caught up on the chat, or if you join us late, this is the best way to do that. Now if you look over on the right hand side, there's a little arrow there, and if you mouse over, you can see a few different options about how you can participate in that Twitter chat. The first option is direct message. So say, for instance, right now I'm over Jenny L's last tweet regarding graduate admissions or EMChat that she had done for last week. And so if I wanted to send her a direct message, this is essentially just a private message. So if I wanted to respond to her and say, hey, that was really great, or talk to her about something that would be private just between the two of us, I can message her directly, and it won't come through in the chat area. So that's what you'd be using that for. If you were on Twitter platform and say you weren't following Jenny L and you wanted to follow her, you can simply follow her from this interface. You can favorite that tweet, so if it's something that you want to save for later, there might be a URL that you wanted to follow or some data that some of us might have posted, you can always favorite that. You can do a public reply here as well. So if you reply, it automatically will put the username of the user right in your tweet. And you see EMChat and Jenny L is listed there. So this will be a public tweet on my profile in Twitter that's mentioning Jenny L. So then she'll see that I had mentioned her, and it's merely a reply to what she said. So I'm going to reply to her right now. And as you see, I can only talk and type so much at one time, so I'm doing my best here. But if you notice in my response here, not only am I mentioning Jenny L, but at the end I'm hashtagging EMChat. What that'll do is it'll automatically populate that into a search for EMChat. The hashtag allows for you to search for a given theme. It's essentially tying in all of the tweets related to a given theme. So in this case, we're using EMChat. So now that I've replied, that'll likely come up here in a moment. Once this requeues. But then if you look through here and you mouse over, again, you have a few other options here. So reply was the easiest one. So again, this is one of the best things about this interface is that everything's so easy to use right here on the same screen. If you're using the Twitter platform and just refreshing all the time, it gets to be a little tedious. So this will actually bring things up in real time. Right below reply, you have retweet, so you can simply retweet it to all of your followers. If it's something that's really great that you like or something important, you might want to retweet that out, and your followers may or may not be participating in EMChat, so this will be a way to provide perhaps some best practices or things that you gain from the chat. Then down here, Curate is it's a new content curation site, so that's something I don't use very much, but it's something you could consider using if you'd like. I believe you need an invitation in order to participate in it, so it's not something that many of us are regularly using, at least at the moment. And finally, you have the report option here. If there was an inappropriate tweet, you could flag that for Twitter to take a look at and make sure that person's not posting again or posting inappropriate content. So as you see here, that when I had paused it, no tweets had come back in. But now the tweet that I had sent to Jenny L now just populated live on this interface. So it's really easy to use. So you can see everything. If you want to, you can kind of change the speed of how things come out, the text size, if you want things to be a little bit bigger. So you have a lot of different options. Then over on the left side, you can do things like geolocation if you want to look for tweets that come from a certain area. Generally, when you're participating in EMChat, you don't need any of those extra bells and whistles. You're merely looking for a hashtag. Now, if you wanted to, you could also add other hashtags here. So say you're participating in another chat simultaneously, or if you wanted to follow if anybody is hashtagging NAGAP, for instance, you can put that all in there, and all the latest NAGAP tweets are now queuing there right on the screen. So this is all working live. It's a very easy interface for you to use, and it's very unobtrusive. So if you're going to participate, I certainly hope you'll consider coming out, or at least participating on your computers on Thursday. So again, that'll be at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, and you'll have a number of us participating from the NAGAP board and certainly a lot of our membership from around the country. We'll also have some undergrad folks in there, so hopefully we'll get some really good conversations going and learn a lot from each other. And then the following week we'll be meeting again, same time, just a week later, discussing some yield strategies. So we're really excited for this. We hope that you'll come out. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me or any member of our committee, and we look forward to seeing you come out. So thanks so much, and have a great one.